excited to be here with you on this magical day. Be easy on your body, as today's energy is very high. Today's energy is very open, and today's energy is very accelerated. And even in the coming days, you will find today's energy lingering. So if you could not get yourself into any practices today and you had to rest, it is okay. The energy of today's portal and auspicious moon will linger for about 2 to 3 days. It is important that you know this because many will need rest today. Many will need today to be the day that their body stays open and in non-resistance. And depending on where you are in your journey of unlayering the things that you are no longer in resonance with, you will find yourself needing higher levels of rest, or maybe not much rest at all. The energetic body during this time is a clear body. This does not mean that there is not healing within the energetic body still. It means that whatever today is accelerating and amplifying in the collective, you yourself may be feeling already balanced in those energies. So you will not feel the level of intensity in a way that someone who is new to this opening and still learning how to clean up their body's energy, their mind's energy, would feel that intensity. Many people wonder why the energies ebb and flow so much, how one person can be crying all day and the other napping all day and the other jumping around all day. And this is because every individual being is at a different level of consciousness when the activation is coming in, and not all beings are needing the same activation. So an activation for one may be a healing journey for another, and we want you to love it all. We want you to love it all. You may have been along this journey for the last 20 years, and you may still be in your healing. And you may have been on this journey for the last 6 months and find the energies of today absolutely blissful. It depends on what you are needing from Source at this time. There is not one journey that is the same, and there is not one journey that is linear, and this is why we tell you, Lightworker, you can never get it wrong. What you are undoing are the frequencies within you that are keeping you stuck in the cages of limitation. Allowing yourself to be more and more free. Keep walking your path. Let the energies of today propel you, even if that means you're crying. That is a clearing that cannot be overlooked. Don't downplay your emotional body when it is coming forward in release. Sure, you have been taught these things are bad and sensitive, and it must mean there's an imbalance. But the truth is that when you are fully healed, you will cry. You will cry tears of joy, and you will cry to release instantly. But you will not cry for your past. You will not cry for the pain that has been held in your heart. Your body will react, and you will hold no judgment. Your body will release still because you are ever expanding, and your mind will hold no judgment. So don't be hard on yourself on the days that these energetics and these downloads and these activations are getting a little intense on your system. And don't be too hard on yourself in the moments where you're having many clear activations of bliss and light, and then you find yourself in an activation of release. It is not to be judged or thought less than of. It is to be felt, to let go. Non-reaction to the emotions that are releasing is a sign that your body is ready to release. Yeah, it's good. Take a deep breath and come into your body. The activations will continue to pull you higher and higher. We will tell you that today is a divine marker. Today is a divine marker on this timeline. We have told you many, many times that what you have put into the new earth grid, these energies, these thoughts, these visions, are manifesting in co-creation with Source and co-creation with all that is, to bring those higher dimensional realities into this physical world. But the light workers that know how to use their body as a mechanism of shifting, of transmuting, of being present with and transcending, will know that these energies are being projected from your physicality as it mingles with Source. You see, you have thought and you have desire, and it goes to Source. And that thought and desire mingles with Source, because Source knows so much broader what you want. Sometimes here in this experience, the egoic structure can get very entwined in desire. And of course, we want your ego to have all desire too, to be truthful. But it's the heart's desires that meet with Source and feel so delicious and shift what's happening here on this planet. The intermingling with Source. That's the point where you have to then move from the creator to the receiver, you see. We want you intermingling with energy. We want your hands in the clay, as they say, until it is time to get out of the way. And we're giving you this information today because we don't believe the light worker fully understands the ebb and flow of what it means to be a creator. Yes, you are creating, and this is your reality, and you are in control. But there are essences of frequency that are getting placed in that desire directly from Source. And if you think and feel that you are in this alone, and you are not in the energy of surrender and receiving, you are missing a very large component to what creation is here, and it is stalling your manifestation. Yes. Give yourself the ability to create desire. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Now recognize there is a higher avenue of that desire that you are feeling, and Source knows what that is. That what you are feeling here in this human space is the access you have to that desire, but that desire vibrates much, much higher than where you are. And Source can see that light. Source can see that information. So when Source catches this higher dimensional information that you are putting out, this signal of desire that you are putting out, you can only see from your vantage point. You can only see from your frequency point. But that desire extends out of that energy and into more and more and more. And Source wants you to have the aspects that are higher, the aspects that are more also. But Source can't give that to you in a way that you can digest and understand just yet. Because you are in the frequency that you are in. You are Source, yes, but you are not Source. You are not the component of Source that we are talking about here. So we want you to understand deeply and comprehend deeply and sit and self-assess deeply what it means to surrender to your desire. What does it mean to surrender to the higher aspects of your desire that are present and wanting to come in? And if you could get out of the way of how you think it should be and think it should unfold, would you manifest that aspect of your desire also? Yeah. And that's what we say. That is what we mean when we say, the better it gets, the better it gets. Because when you allow yourself your desire, you're actually allowing Source's desire for you based on the frequency information that you are giving to Source. And that is divine co-creation. But when you can't let frequency in and you don't know how to receive, when you're an overgiver, a people pleaser, doing everything for others and worrying about the others, worrying about how the others are coming along, you keep your flow in a space of the ego. And even though Source knows the higher aspect of what you're asking for, your focus is not on you, so you can't possibly learn how to receive. It is good to give to others, light worker, but you must give to others in balance, and you must know what it means to give to the others in divinity. Because giving to the others is knowing that you are a projector of light. And that by being who you are in creation with Source, you are giving them the best of you. But by focusing on them, you are only mirroring the aspects of yourself that they can understand, that they can comprehend. They are not Source. They are not meant to be in your co-creation this deeply. Sure, you will co-create with the collective, but it is a manifestation of collecting energies and sending them off to Source and letting Source intertwine with your desire and learning how to open your heart and receive that energy back and letting that divine flow of essence and universal light be the most dominant energy in your life so that you are full. You are a regenerating mechanism. You are a regenerating being. You do not empty. And then you are the pillar. And only then are you the pillar. There is a misconception that you cannot be in your light when you are healing, and that is not true. You can, if you know your role. If you know your role with Source. You see, Crystal is healing every day. She is healing and activating every day. But she allows herself to come into this place because she recognizes that this is her and God. And anything else that comes from that divinity is a magical creation that the others get to enjoy. But she knows first that her manifestations are her energy, her intertwining her energy with Source. And if you do not feel worthiness when you think and focus on the divinity that you are, how can you truly feel worthy of manifesting this light that you're asking for? So go spend time with Source. Stop all these silly games. Get to the core of who you are. Understand that you are sitting in a vessel that is an energetic projection mechanism. And what you project outward from your body is your reality based on your thoughts and your frequency. And when you go to Source, you will get the truth. And when you allow yourself to intermingle and surrender to and receive that energy, you receive truth. And from there you shine. Lightworker, don't focus on the others. Why? Because you have hit this marker that we are talking about in your timeline. And massive changes are about to unfold. Great changes are about to unfold. And when you are not connected to Source, those changes may look like turmoil. There are many structures that your society still relies on that are not a part of Source's vision for your new world. And your new world is right beneath your feet. Your new world, your new earth is right beneath your feet. You are not abandoning ship. That is an unhealed heart. That is an unhealed heart craving home. That is an unhealed heart that doesn't know how to connect to source in this human space. And that is okay. You will have your chance to go home. But the ones that are here for New Earth know New Earth is not some distant place that you will magically go to. New Earth is the frequency inside of you, the new being inside of you that is coming here to reconcile this light. The light inside of you will bring you home. Now, what do we say to follow that? Keep telling you that you're ready. Keep telling you that this is what you came here for. Lightworker, the template of ascension has been downloaded within your consciousness. The reason the messages resonate is because the knowledge and information is already within your DNA. Are you ready to be the projector that you came here to be? Are you ready to stand in the truth that you hold, that you've always held? And if you are having a hard time trusting, and if you are having a hard time discerning, go to Source. Go to Source. There is nothing more truthful, more honest than that frequency of love. And yes, you have access of all of this light inside of you. Source light is inside of you. Your life force in this human body is Source's light. But there is an aspect, there is a container of Source that is outside of this physical vessel because it cannot fit in this physical vessel just yet. And it is all-knowing. It is very omnipresent. And it will always, always give you what you need. There is not one aspect of Source that thinks that you are not ready for the things that you are wanting. There are only aspects of the egoic structure that are keeping you in believing in those limitations, whatever they may be for you. Let go of time, Lightworker. Stop looking at the clock. Stop letting dates dominate your life. They want to trap you, Lightworker. They want to keep you limited, seeking outside of you. You and God, Lightworker, you and Source, that is all this is. Anything away from that is leading you astray. When you are in your heart chakra, your truth gets validated. When you are in your heart chakra, the truth gets revealed. Your planet is ready for what is to come. You do not need to worry about the others. The souls that are choosing to stay and go through this transition are ready, even if they are asleep by your standards. And we say your standards because you do not know what Source is telling them. You do not know what Source is giving them. You are not their source. You are not their God. You are not their opening. But are you leading the way? Are you a standing, walking, speaking, loving example? Yeah. Trust the guides are present within all beings. Trust that Source is working in their life in the exact right way for their soul to receive everything it needs. The higher dimensional human that has full access to their light is well aware that everyone is walking their own path and does not take offense to any density. And we find this to be a profound message because there is a lot of offense on your planet. There are a lot of fences on your planet keeping these hearts apart. You do not act like me. We can't be friends. You do not look like me. You do not talk like me. So we cannot be friends. How do they learn the way? How do they walk into integrity? How do they live in truth? If they don't see it represented around them. If all of the light workers went off and just allowed themselves to behave as they will on a little island, is that enough? Is that enough, light worker? Your soul knows the truth. While you may be having fun and your personality structure may be going, heavens, yes, that's exactly what I want. We promise you it's not. You knew that this human reality was a collective existence. And you knew that you had the power within you to help the collective shift through ways of being in your own connection. Being in the space where Source's timeline still exists. Not just the egoic timeline. And then that allows for other humans on this planet who may find that life attractive to go, ooh, what are you doing? I want that too. And that is how you truly lead the way, show the way. It invites conversation that can be heard. There are many that will awaken right at the precipice of this shift. And it will be because them and Source decided that this was the good marker. This was the perfect time for their soul to begin this journey, to begin this experience, to have a new way. And Lightworker, we love you so much, but you are not a part of that at all. Your job on this planet was to embody your light, grounded in the grid, and then receive it back so that you can project this reality. And you've done a good job. And now you're wanting more in this dimension. This human collective reality hasn't shifted maybe just yet in the way that is making you feel comfortable in your light. So go to Source. Go to Source. Ground it higher. Go higher and bring it in. There will be a time when the energetics on this planet are going to shift so beautifully into these higher realities, and it will actually become a little different. The light worker will be the one comfortable in the heightened energies, and the ones that are awakening will feel very uncomfortable as they continue this path. It will not always be the light worker feeling like they are living in a dense world. It will be very opposite. You will live in light. and anything that is not in light will feel uncomfortable. You are heading there now. We love you. Balance is key. Emotions are limiting. Move from empathy into telepathy, where you can collect information and data without the density of an emotional reaction. We had advised Crystal earlier that October was going to be quite the intense month. We will say we haven't seen anything yet. What do we mean by that? That the marker of that intensity, that fast-paced energy, that flings the doors wide open, it's starting today. Where this beautiful full moon and portal day create openings for the collective to leave everything behind that is not serving them. Yet, should they make this choice, the powers that be will begin to kick and scream. They will feel the collective making the choice to detach from the matrix. And they always knew that this point would come and they would lose power. They would lose their power because you are not as programmable as you once were. Keep going. Set strong intentions today for the remainder of the year. Set strong intentions today to walk in the higher aspects of your emotional body so that you can begin to pull away from the emotions that are keeping you in a fourth density reality. You are reacting to many things, light worker. And in the higher realms you observe. Because you know nothing can touch you. You know nothing can touch you unless you let it. And when you react, you are letting it touch you. It is hindering your vibration too. When you react to density, you're accepting density. When you react to negative energy, you are accepting negative energy. When you observe, you understand it's there, you see it, you're aware of it. But you also have the awareness that that is not yours, that that is to what it belongs to. And that is very powerful at this time. We were telling Crystal earlier today, many feel like things are not changing because you are ascending into the frequency of change. And then when the change unfolds on your planet, it feels normal. It feels exactly as it should be. It is not big, booming change. Allow yourself to have the perspective of broader vision and see how much things have changed. Because when you see the change, and react to it, with your happiness, with your higher vibrational energy. You accept it. And when you accept a truth within you, that frequency then becomes projected. And as that frequency becomes projected, it intermingles with Source. Source says, oh, you like that change. Well, let me give you some more of these higher vibrational changes. And then you open your heart to receive. And you download that information in Lightworker. And when that information is inside of your body, Lightworker, you begin to project again. And you project that energy that you now just intermingled your consciousness with. And it goes back to Source. And it gets stronger, Lightworker. It gets stronger. It gets bigger. It gets more expanded and more excited, more higher in vibration. And it gets downloaded back into your body, Lightworker. And you intermingle. You mix with that energy. And you decide what you like. You decide what you want. And then it goes back to Source. Bigger, stronger. Do you see? When you know what you know, and you try to place it in the rules of the matrix to manifest, you bring it right back down in vibration. You bring that energy in density. You bring that information that was once very broad and source-filled, and you defined it by your own human limitation instead of receiving it. We are going to ask that you continue to let go of your expectations of what you think this is going to be. And just let it in. Receive it. But see it. See it and get excited. See it and get excited so you can add to it because you understand how co-creation with Source now works. We love you, Lightworker. You understand what your soul is, but do you understand your body? Do you understand this container? This reflector of light? This projector of worlds? Come back into your heart and let Source guide you. Let Source guide you into the higher understanding of what you're really doing here from a higher vantage point. There's so many Lightworkers out there that, I'm Pleiadian, I'm Arcturian, I'm Andromedan. I'm all of these things here that we talk about. But can I tell you that for many souls that are on the planet at this time, these councils of light were stopping points, meeting points for you to get up to date on the density and what this reality holds here in this universal construct that is still entertaining the third dimension. Because where many of you are from, there is not that third, fourth dimensional density. The fifth dimension is the lowest dimension that is carried in many of the universes where you come from. You are not Andromedan. You are not Sirian. You are not Arcturian. You are not Pleiadian. Many of you are first fractals from Source. Yet when you came into this universal container to help this planet ascend, you needed some training. You needed to be guided. So you did become a part of these councils, a part of these collectives, a part of these federations that could help you understand humanness. We love you. Things are not what they seem. Calm your nervous systems, Lightworkers. You know there is a massive blast of consciousness that is about to occur on your planet. And it truly doesn't matter how it's triggered. But there is an expansion coming and you feel it. And I promise you, you want your heart and your body ready to hold that energy. You inherently are ready to hold that energy. What truths of this dense world have you accepted that are still keeping you back from that space? Now, we would love to stay here and talk with you all day because today we are having a lot of fun. But we will say Crystal is very antsy to go play with her lover. She's ready to have a fun day. Spend time laughing, playing. So we are going to ask you all to go do the same. Go laugh, go play, go enjoy the energies of this day. Allow yourself to deepen your understanding of who you are and why you're really here. Ultimately, it comes down to your soul and source creating together an experience. This is why we tell you all the time, you are enough. Because your mission is already complete. Your mission was never to awaken the others. Your mission was to awaken yourself and be able to download this information into the grid, and you have done this. And now as the consciousness shifts on your planet, you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Get yourself primed. Get yourself prepared and ready to enjoy the fruits. Because it's time. Many collective energies will change between now and then. And the now and then we speak of is a timing that is only found in the heart. And if you, Lightworker, are energetically already sitting in your then, in your after, you're manifesting it. Stay steady. Hold the line. We love you, and you have everything that you need. Lyra is ready to play. And we will say thank you for allowing this to be an audio today, because Crystal really enjoys channeling in her pajamas sometimes. Yeah. Squeaky toys to open the heart. We love you, Lightworker. You're doing it. Refine your focus. Project new earth. It's time. It's time. We are complete.